Hello, my sweet little friends. I hope all of you are doing great. In our last story, we were talking about Joseph, who has been sold by his brothers to Ishmaelite men. And why did that all happen? It's because his brothers were jealous towards him. Why jealous? Because their father Jacob loved him very much. More than that, he saw a dream which he explained to his brothers. The dream was that all his brothers would one day bow down to him. Hearing this, they all got angry at Joseph, and that was the reason they sold Joseph to the Ishmaelites. Today, our story is about Joseph is being put into prison. Joseph is only 17 years old when he is taken down to Egypt. There, he is sold to a man named Potiphar. Potiphar works for the king of Egypt, who is called Pharaoh. Joseph works hard for his master Potiphar. So, when Joseph grows older, Potiphar is very happy with Joseph and puts him in charge of his whole house. Now you might be thinking, why is then Joseph in prison? It is because of Potiphar's wife. My dear children, Joseph grew up to be a very good-looking man. And one day, Potiphar's wife wants him to lie down with her. But as we all know, Joseph was an obedient and a God-fearing man. Hence, he knew that this is wrong and he won't do it. Potiphar's wife is very angry. So when her husband comes home, she says to him, "You know, that bad man Joseph tried to lie down with me." Potiphar believes his wife and he is very angry with Joseph. So he puts him into prison. Now the man in charge of the prison soon sees that Joseph is a real good man. So he puts him in charge of all the other prisoners. Now one fine day, Pharaoh becomes angry with his cupbearer and his baker and puts them into prison. One night, they each saw a very special dream, but they did not know the meaning of their dreams. So the next day, they tell their dreams to Joseph. And when Joseph heard, he asked God's help to explain the meaning of their dreams to them. To the cupbearer, Joseph says, "In 3 days, you will be let out of the prison and you will become Pharaoh's cupbearer again." Soon after telling his dream, he reminded him, "Now listen, when you get out, tell Pharaoh about me and help me to get out of this place." Now to the baker's dream, Joseph says, "In just 3 days, Pharaoh will have your head cut off." My dear children, in 3 days it happens, just as Joseph said. Pharaoh has the baker's head cut off. The cupbearer, though is let out of the prison, begins to serve the king again. But he forgot to tell all about Joseph to Pharaoh. And hence, Joseph had to stay in prison. My dear children, lot of things, good things happened to Joseph. He one day becomes the sole governor of Egypt. I'll be telling more about his stories in the coming episode. I hope you all loved today's story. And what can we learn from today's story, my dear children? We can see the 3 areas of Joseph who had to face. The first one, his great temptation, his slave life, and his prison life. In all these circumstances, Joseph went through all unhurt. This is a secret worth learning experience of how to meet injustice, cruelty, inhuman treatment, temptations without harming yourself. Now, In our Christian life, this is the lesson we have to learn. We should not let the outside darkness into our soul. We should seek to be delivered from all the challenges that we face. The other motive which saved Joseph was his loyalty to God. All sin is a sin against God, and he knew it. Remember, your task in living is to keep sweet, to keep our heart gentle, brave, strong. Live a life full of hope under the worst scenarios that happen in our life. I hope you all enjoyed today's story. Until I come up with the beautiful story of Joseph in the coming episodes, do stay safe and healthy. Your loving Benzie Auntie. Bye. Take care.